Be focused on the dictation. Be ready without any stop. What of the year ahead? The authorities appear to have the confidence that the level of food grain production of the last 2 years will, unless drought or floods or calamitous proportions intrude, be the irreducible minimum. Indeed, my own view would be that the agriculturist, having seen for himself during these 2 years the prosperity within his grasp through the utilization of the new inputs, will, on his own accord and by his own initiative, make possible a sustained increase in food grains, if not the total of agricultural production. It would follow with the fresh generation of purchasing power, with the rural goods such as electric fans, sewing machines, and transistors, not to speak of the whole range of cosmetics. As I have argued before, such increase in demand for consumer goods will necessitate increase in basic industrial production, since otherwise the raw materials for the consumer goods industry will not be available or will prove to be in short supply. That is to say, the recovery from recession or a revival in industrial production should, during 1969, be even more pronounced than was the case last year. The continued burgeoning in agricultural production, the rise in industrial production generally, and the fact that expenditure on the fourth plan during the first plan oblique year of that quinquennium will be save Bocaro on short gestation projects, should all mean that although the Deputy Prime Minister has budgeted for deficit financing to the tune of rupees 250 crores in 1960-70, we should have another year of stable prices. Mr. Shah next dealt with the priority sector assistance to small industry, agriculture and exports. At this stage, I should like to mention certain factors which are impeding rapid increase in the financing of these three elements. Firstly, while banks generally do look upon the creditworthiness of the small industrialists as the basic criterion, the snag has been that small industry is itself in a bad way owing to the 2 years and odd of recession. Not only has this implied a spareness in new loan applications, a greater obstacle has been that even with bank finance resumption or revival of production is not always certain of achievement. Secondly, loans to the agricultural sector are necessarily seasonal, sometimes even when they refer to equipment. It is no doubt true that figures relating to outstanding of finance to the farm sector will not be found as at the end of 1958 to have shown any considerable improvement, but regard must be had for the fact that banks had previously not the experience of nor the organization for farm financing in any worthwhile measure. After all, the new agricultural inputs have but recently come in the market or are available in significant quantities. In the case of your own bank, I may state that a beginning has already been made in the extension of assistance to the rural sector. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, we need not go into the details of the various provisions of this finance bill. What is more important is that we should go into some of the trends that are revealed by this finance bill and review the financial measures taken from time to time. It appears that of late, during the last 6 or 7 years, we have been resorting more and more to indirect taxation to raise revenues and meet our deficits. The position in 1960-61 was that there was a total revenue of rupees there 190 crores from excise duties, as against that today in the 1967-68 budget the estimated revenue from excise duties is of the order of rupees 1201 crores. That is a rise of 300% in which course of 6 or 7 years. Correspondingly, the direct taxes, which also include corporate taxation, rose from rupees 272 crores in 1960-61 to rupees 629 crores in 1967-68. This is a rise of 225% in the course of 6 or 7 years. I think that it is very necessary for us to consider this aspect, especially in today's situation, for indirect taxes have the effect of raising the prices. We are today witnessing a strange phenomenon, rather an unusual situation, whereas there may be a slump or a price fall in certain sectors, by and large the prices generally continue to rise. One of the classic examples today is that of iron and steel. Iron and steel is in surplus production today. Most categories of steel, except for galvanized sheets, are in surplus, and yet the prices of steel or various categories have one up, and that too, to my regret, with government approval. Similarly, I am afraid is going to be the case with coal. Though there is a surplus, a surfeit of coal today, it is quite likely that after decontrol the prices of coal will go up. Why should this occur? I think this is a situation which should make up sit up and understand as to how this happens. According to me, there is not so much of recession as distortion of the economy. There is real distortion all round today. It has occurred in various sectors of our economy, and we have got to take steps to correct it. More conventional methods of dealing with recession will not help us. I can assure the House, with all the knowledge that I possess or the experience that I possess, that any conventional methods to meet the recession will not meet the situation of recession. It is a situation of distortion of our economy, and we have to deal with it accordingly. Of course, certain disturbing factors have been in operation for some years. Over.